I'm happy to be here. I'm going to talk a little bit about YouTube. How many of you would want a consistent lead source that called you? Everybody, right? Well, that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to teach you how to make your phone ring, and we're going to do that through YouTube. So we're going to go over 7 tips for YouTube success, and if you follow these steps, I promise you, you will get traction. So before we do that, little background, Shelly just talked, we started our team in 2011, and we based our team, the foundation of our team, on relationships and exposure. Shelly's one of the best in the business at building relationships and networking. I like to think I'm pretty good at marketing and exposure, and YouTube is a great way to get exposure, especially in a digital format. So about 2 years ago, I took our YouTube channel, which was stagnant. There was a bunch of virtual tours on it, and nobody was watching it because it wasn't optimized. And we turned it into Charlotte Living and Lifestyle. So we created a channel that gave people from afar a vision of what it was like to live here. So since then, in those 2 years, we've gained almost 3,000 subscribers, and we get multiple calls every week from people watching our videos that say, I want to work with you. So it works, it's amazing. So this is really what we've done. These are the steps that I did in order to get to that level. And I'm gonna keep it really basic so that if you haven't done this or you're not doing YouTube, you might think about doing it and really take action. Because if you don't take action, you're not gonna get any result. So this first tip is super important. Are you ready? Just get started. Because if you don't do that, everything else I say means nothing. So, everybody's afraid to get started. I don't look good on video. I don't sound good on video. I don't have the right equipment. All of those things kind of are like the bad people on our shoulders, whispering in our ear not to get started. Just do it. Go on YouTube, hit the little button in the upper right-hand corner, set up a channel. It doesn't matter really what it looks like, just get started. Create content, put it on there, and follow these steps that I'm about to tell you. So once you have your channel, what's the message of your channel? Who's your audience? Okay? Think of your market, and there's lots of different things you can do videos about, but here's some ideas. Your entire market. We have a pretty big team, so we work the entire Charlotte market. So we do a lot of videos about the entire market. Some people might just work different areas. Maybe they work South Charlotte in the Ballantyne area in Charlotte. Maybe they work the Lake Norman area, so they stay in their region. Some people are so niche or niche that they work their own town. They're just like, I want to stay in my town, and I don't really want to go beyond that. I want to be the expert. Once you've created your message, you can make videos about neighborhoods. Things to do is very important. You can do home tours. Some people are very, very successful at just doing home tours. It's a great idea for a channel. So what they do is they go to all the new construction in the area, and they just do tours of all of these model homes. What you get for your money, where it is, what builder it may be, and they become the expert for new construction, and they just bang out these videos over and over, and they get this great audience, and their phone just rings off the hook. So there's lots of ways you can create this. A channel for yourself. Our channel, like I said, we work the entire market. So we start from the top up. We have videos about the market. We have videos just about different regions, all the way down to towns. And within those towns, we focus on or showcase neighborhoods and things to do in those areas. So we're creating a vision of what it's like to live here, especially in Charlotte. Charlotte's a destination. People move here from all over the country. So we want to give them an idea of what it's like to live here. And by doing these videos, they get to know me, they get to like me, hopefully trust me, and then that makes them call me. And then our team works with them. So next step 3, you got to optimize your channel. End your videos. We've all watched videos on YouTube, and we're like, wow, this is a pretty good video. Why does it only have 75 views on it? It's a year old. Well, it's because it wasn't optimized. And what optimized means is tags, titles, and descriptions for the most part. Not only does that tell the consumer what your video is about, it allows YouTube to learn what your video is about so it can recommend it to people when they search. So it's super important to do these things. So the words that are in your title are very important. The tag words that you put in your video are very important. Of course, your descriptions. Thumbnails are the photos or cover pictures for your videos. We've all scrolled on YouTube and we're like, ooh, that one looks good. You have no idea what the video is about, but it catches your eye. So you're gonna click on it. So it's very important to have a good thumbnail as well. TubeBuddy and vidIQ are softwares. There's free versions as well as paid versions that you can sign up for, and they will help you optimize your videos. It'll make recommendations for titles, tags, descriptions, and so forth. ChatGPT was talked about a couple times yesterday. Great tool for, you could ask it anything. I'm making a video about XYZ. Please give me 5 great titles that would be optimized for search engine optimization on YouTube. What are the top 15 tags or tag words I should use for this video? And write me a brief description using most of these tags about this particular video. And it will spit all that out. You make some adjustments and you're rolling. So very important. Step 4, quality of content. Once again, I'm keeping this really simple. Audio, just make sure it doesn't have wind whistling in the background. There's not highway noise going by. Just be clear with your audio. Video, we've all watched videos and a person's like this and they're moving all over the place and you're like, just be still. So be slow and smooth with your movements, different camera angles, whether they're aerials or just be different. If you're different, it's gonna be eye-catching. Think of movies. Movies don't just have straight pictures, they have all sorts of angles. Descriptive content is very important. So when we're talking and we're narrating our video, we wanna have content to kind of back that up so that we're just not a talking head all the time. So if I'm talking about a subject and I'm a talking head for the whole video, sometimes that gets a little boring to people. But if we cut to what I'm talking about with videos that represent what I'm talking about, the video gets very, very interesting and it keeps people watching. So that's super important as well. B-roll is basically purchased professional video clips. A lot of editors have those and they can pop those in throughout your video. I'll talk about editing at the end. And say you're making a video about a lake, you want to picture a video of a boat going, that's B-roll. Professional clip of a boat doesn't necessarily have to be about the lake in your video. Keep people engaged. So keep the video processing moving, keep the different types of content moving, and that's going to keep them engaged. Tip 5, audience engagement, kind of continuing the engagement thing. Throughout your video, ask questions. Tell me what you think about this. I'd like to hear what you have to say in the comments. Leave me a comment below. That's engagement. That helps the algorithm of YouTube as well. That helps your ranking. Direct them. This is really important. If you want them to call you, then say, call me, text me. I'd love to hear from you. Respond to them. If they leave a comment, get back to them as fast as possible, and then maybe end that comment, your response, with a question. So you keep the conversation going. Do not lead them to your website. You're saying, why? Why would I not lead them to my website? You want them to call you. If they go right to your website, they're going to start looking at homes, they're going to sign in as a lead, and you'll never hear from them. So just constantly ask them to call you, put the phone number, and ask them to text or call you at the bottom throughout your video, and then of course say that at the end and throughout the video as well. Number 6, branding and format. This is really important because you want people to identify your brand when they're scrolling through all the different content in YouTube. They're like, oh, there's that guy again, there's that guy again. So your thumbnails should look similar, your color palettes should look similar, you might use the same fonts in those thumbnails. My headshot, if you remember in the beginning, all the videos that I had, I'm wearing my sunglasses a lot, but that's kind of on purpose because it's an identifier, like, hey, there's that guy with the sunglasses again. So they click on my videos. And then in the videos themselves, video intros, All my videos start with, I'm Craig Lepage from Lepage Johnson Realty Group and Charlotte Living and Lifestyle, and this video is about. So it's real quick, it goes into a 5-second sizzle reel, and then we get right to the meat of the video. So if you do a whole long intro, they're like, next, you got it right to the meat. So, and then that quick sizzle reel. Consistency, this is really important. This is the hardest thing I have, that I have trouble with this because of all the other responsibilities I have with our team, is being consistent with how often you put out your videos. Think of it like a TV channel. Remember back in the day, like Thursdays at 8 o'clock, Friends was on every time. That is what YouTube wants. They want consistency, same time, every week or every other week, whatever you can do. If you're consistent, they're gonna reward you with that, with more views, and recommend your video more often. So the theme of your content is very important as well. You want to stay consistent with a theme in your videos. You don't want to make a video about, market report one week and then the next week you put out a video about, living in Charlotte. They want to see the same thing consistently. So be consistent with that. A couple of other things, video editing, don't try and edit yourself. Hire a VA, it's not very expensive. The amount of money you're going to make off these videos will pay for it 100 times. So reach out to an editor through a VA company. Try a couple out, find the person that's best for you. Content library is very, very important as well. You're gonna find that you are recording a ton of content clips. So wherever I go, I drive my wife nuts. I'm always filming everywhere, because I can put this in my video. So I try and get clips of everything. So when you come back, whatever you're using as far as for a camera, even if it's just your phone, just dump that stuff into like a Google Drive file and make sure you label them. Label each piece of content and then put them in a folder that's labeled, because you can reuse a lot of these clips for other videos. So once you have that library, you just start getting a lot of great momentum. And then of course, once you have all these videos, you can use them for so many other things. They don't just sit on YouTube. You could put them on social media as social media posts, create pages on your website or your blog for particular towns or locations and put those videos right in your website. That helps your website. Drip campaigns, we have a drip campaign for our team. We put just about every lead on it. It sends them a different video every 2 weeks of what it's like to live here, and it covers the entire area. And then client conversations, once you do get them on the phone, it's great to be able to follow up. Hey, I'm gonna send you a video about this area that you said you were interested in. And then you follow up 2 weeks later and send them a different video. So that is gonna keep engagement. Remember, all these other agents are getting these leads, they're trying to call them, the person's not picking up because they don't need them right now. They can see houses anywhere, right? So if you have something to send them that's above and beyond and very different than everybody else, you're gonna win that lead. So 51% of people go to YouTube when they search for a home. That's an NAR stat. It's shocking. So this is where they're going, because they want more than just the house. They wanna know what it's like to live there. They wanna know what the neighborhood looks like. They wanna know all that. So that's all I got. I appreciate you guys. One more thing, this is my information. If you guys need any help or anything, I'll hop on a call, email me, text me, we'll figure it out. Love you guys, thank you.